up, guys? Charlie Cole here from TC Customs on Instagram and Facebook there. As you see here, we got a new lift, the MATHEWS lift. This is the 29.5 edition. One of my buddies ordered it a couple weeks ago. It actually came in way faster than we thought. But we're having some major issues here. We're tuned, you could say, but it's way too far inside the riser. And the Tophat system here, we're gonna have to flip it to be able to bring that tune back to the center of the riser, 13/16-ish. So I actually already have done, I've already done the bottom cam and axle here, but I thought I'd just make a quick little video about the new axle system, or the new limb system in a way. The location, show you guys maybe a little quick couple hacks. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too special, but I thought I'd already get a video going. That way, if anybody has questions with it being such a new bow, and I know a ton of dudes are waiting for it, so if you have the same issue we do with getting it to tune and get it to tune correctly or in the center of the riser, this video's for you. So let's go ahead and we'll put it back in the press, get it all set up, go shoot it, be ready to go. Thanks, guys. Let's get it. Okay, so just like the other setup, they're gonna have two small Allen screws here. These are gonna be the 5/64 size Allens. You're gonna need two of them. If you do one side will spin and it won't come unlocked. But you'll go ahead and just pop it, just like that, one side. I usually only do a couple of turns just because these are pretty short. Pull this off and then I'll use the rest of it, or undo the rest of it by hand. You get your little spacer cap here, plastic spacer, plus your little Allen screw. So now what I usually do actually as well is I'll actually use the same Allen wrench that I did to undo that. We'll go ahead and get whatever size is almost the exact same here as the axle itself. Give it a little push, a little head start here. And then you'll go ahead and either keep pushing, or you can pull and it should pop out just like this. And we are all the way out. So you can leave it in the side, that way just in case you're afraid you're gonna lose it. If not, put it on the counter or wherever you're working in a clean workspace. Super simple, slide it up. I usually leave everything attached and just lay it straight down just like this. And then right here on the inside is going to be the Tophats. Big spacer, or a number, I think a number 2 spacer here. You can see it by the lines. Number 1 spacers on this side. It's a little thinner, harder to get to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use the little Allen again, catch the lip on the inside here to push it out. Pull the one out, set it here, pull the other one out, flip it, reinsert here. Same with the other one here. They're gonna be nice and snug. There we go. So now let's go ahead. I'm gonna anchor this down so you guys can see it here. There we go. Should be able to see still. So now we got our space in there still, our gap for the axle or the cam itself to split. Easiest way to do this, especially if you're kind of having a little bit of a tight fit there, is to just use your 2 fingers. I usually go down here and push the limbs apart a little bit away from these fingers out. And then once you get it popped in there, honestly, I've never heard or seen of anybody saying that there's an orientation for this axle. I just like to put it back in the same way that it came out. Slide it in, you'll feel it grab. And then sometimes this is where people have issues, because sometimes these limbs are not 100% even and you try and do it before, but if you forget and one pops a little bit, easiest way to do this is to grab the cam itself, and you see how that moves? You can actually find the center still with by just grabbing the cam and rotating it a little bit. So let's go ahead and we'll get that right there. Like I said, just like that, you'll find it by just moving it back and forth, and you can look directly in here with a little flashlight or whatever you want to use, headlamp. You can see where it is by putting your head over here, looking down into the axle hole on the limbs here. Easiest way to do that. That way you're not feeling around and feeling like you're pushing up against the carbon on the inside or scarring it up at all. But right there, we got it started. Push it all the way in to where it pops. Do the same thing. I usually will just grab the one side right here. Put that screw or the Allen. There you go. You get it nice and flush. Go ahead and get it started until this other side on this side starts to move a little bit or turn as well. Sometimes it doesn't, and usually that's fine, but I still obviously would like to make sure that both sides get a little bit of a, just a little bit tight, not anything past hand tight really, but a small little push there. And then there you go. Flip those. There we go. Let's go ahead and put that down. So we got this side tight, this side tight. Always remember to check the cam, both cams, for making sure there's tension. By that I mean all the strings and cables are in the correct grooves here on both sides, especially when you pull it out. Sometimes they'll get caught inside the middle of this axle. They'll come off and they'll fall right down in here, but only one side. So when you start to let the press down, it actually doesn't fall back into where it's supposed to be. So now we're back to square one here. Pressure, make sure everything moves, nothing pops when you put a little bit of pressure. And then just undo it right there. And now put it in the draw board. Make sure everything draws correctly without any pops. And then from there you'll go out and shoot it. Or shoot it through paper, obviously, is kind of the next step. That's where we're getting our issue, is paper tuning. So but yeah, there you go. 6-7 minutes right there is all it usually takes to do a top hat swap on these. But just thought this would be a little bit of an educational video for anybody that kind of had concerns to how the new axle system or anything runs on these new lift bows. And like I said, nothing different. Just change the location. So appreciate you guys following along. If you want, go ahead and you can either subscribe or share this video with any buddies, and feel free to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at TC-CustomZ-Archery. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.